Good morning, everybody. Now we're gonna try to make something of it. And today I'm gonna do also uh, maybe a very strange technique. I'm gonna make a bit of a gray. And the first thing what I'm gonna do is block in that background in here. For now, I will do the whole background first. There's that rock, and there is that rock. And this is the white in the black with the black. I paint over the trees, but I know where they come. These trees are on the hill. I know that they are coming there. There's a little blob on my brush. Nou, hallo schat. Goed hoor. Ja hoor. hoor, miauw. Heel druk, ja. Oh, zo, meer niet. Oh, oké. Ja, oké, maar ja, toch. Hè? Ja, daarom. Ja, goed hoor. Ja. Ja, nee, ik zit lekker eventjes te schilderen. Ja, ja. Oh, oké. Oh, nou ja, dat valt mee dan. Ja. Ja, dat is wel zo. En als ze een beetje dicht bij elkaar staan. Ja. Oh, oh. Tss. Ja, 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 ja. Hm. En een ei. Ja, inderdaad. Good morning, JC. Ja. Nou, JC is de first. JC is de eerste. Ja, 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 ik zit nog niet zo lang. Oké. Hoi. That was my hubby. Every day he calls to look how everything is going. So now I'm trying that background. And in this part over here, there will be the waterfall. That is why I use a bit of a lighter gray. So I can see where it is. I need some of that gray in here between those trees, and here it is. Sometimes you have a little blob in your paint. And this is the part where that waterfall is coming. And also here. How are you doing, JC? I hope everything is okay. So now I'm gonna put a bit of that rockiness in here. I know this tree is there. Just waking up. It is so hot. We built a cover for the mom and the pups. Oh, they have a fan too. Oh, that's nice. Yes, with this hot weather, they really need that, JC. And I think they will feeling happy that you did that. Now I do. I have to do a much lighter gray. They are watching close and make sure she has water and food. Yes, yes, you have to do that, JC, and especially in this weather. I also over here it is not too hot, but I always make sure that they have enough to drink and to eat. And we do that also for ourselves. So, and in here I will use a very strange technique later on. I'm gonna brighten up that yellow with a little bit of dark ochre. You won't see much later of it, but you got the structure of that rock. I wake up hungry. Everything is bloom in my flower bed. Ah, that's nice, JC. Now, this time of year, because there was a lot of rain and a lot of sun afterwards, and in the front garden, not at the back side, but at the front side, uh, there is a very lot of weeds, and I get rid of it. I think it was last week, and now it's covered again. And that is all from the wheat seeds that blow over and come in the front of my garden. And I'm not really happy with that, but you can't do a lot of it. A little bit of that black in here. And you see, I also have a little bit of that black in it. Only a tiny. So it's a little bit of a mixture from gray, uh, dark ochre, burnt sienna, and black. Good morning, Shane. Nice to see you. Mhm. A little bit of darker in here. And between here, but there will be green over it also. And in this side, it is darker. Good, good morning, Tracy. I'm going to make a mess today. Mm, um, and this side here, it also a bit darker. Um, and here becomes water, and then here will be green. And here will be plants also. And in here we have much darker areas. And there will be some green in here. That's a tree. Over here comes a tree. I have to look here, here, and here comes a tree. And you see, my drawing is gone at the top. But because of the colors I use, I can see where everything is coming. You are gonna be making a mess tonight. Yes, a little bit, Chrissy. I think it was because of the stress yesterday. Because last week I was hours busy to do those things for the tax, and I sent it away. And yesterday I get a new mail. Sorry, we have made a mistake. You have to do it over again. And I thought, oh no, not again. So I sent a rectified letter with the old one also, and the one that I rectified. But I think, oh, why? Why do you do that? Uh, I have to look. So that all the work that I did was all useless. At that moment. Mm, so that is why I had that headache yesterday. But now it's better. I'm painting Create a Lake tonight in Oregon. Oh, I had a river in Oregon, the Applegate River, and you are doing the lake. Did you get a reference photo, Chrissy? Where did you get a reference photo? Or did somebody take that picture for you? Uh, the plants of the plants on the rock will also be behind the waterfall. So I do this that it can dry. And I cut up a special sponge, and it is like this, diamond shapes, and at the back it's normal, but there are uh, very little holes in it, and you can see it. And that is what I'm dapping with, and I can show you on a card if I can get out of this card. And you dab, because it's not uniform, you get all of those little sparks. So you can do layer over layer, and then you can put a brighter paint over it, and you will still see what is beneath it. Good morning, Phil. It's an old volcano. It's a French picture. Oh, how nice. Good morning. Good morning to be yourself. So I'm going further with the dapping of that. It's a dark sap green, what I use first. And in some areas you see still the background from the rock. I put my window open because now it's warm. Ah, that's nice. I have to check a tracking number. Yes, when I'm downstairs later on, before I'm going to cook, I can look how far the package for Madonna and for Paul is. Yesterday it was standing in transit, but because of a lot of closures in the UK, I think it will take a longer time to get there. I hope not for Paul and Madonna. Good morning, Gracie. Rosina, what are you painting and using to paint? I'm using an acrylic paint, and I can turn my camera to the reference photo on my screen. That is my reference photo with a wooden bridge with like a stone rocky wall with greenery on it and the waterfall. The waterfall is falling behind those rocks and come under the bridge, and I can do him a bit lower, and then it will be coming to you, and all rocks in here, and these are very slippery rocks with the green, and you get also different kinds of ferns in it, and between the green here also you have the green, but there are also ferns. So I hope to do that. So that is my reference photo. And I use my acrylic paint and this fine green, what I'm doing now, because I will lighten it up. I use a special kind of a sponge, and in this on this side it's diamond paint, diamond shape, and there are very little holes in it, but I don't know if you can see it. So when I'm bend it, and I use this part to get all the fine details, and I put that on a paper so you can see it is very fine, and you can also feel it, and I can highlighten it up, and in here will be not such a fine leaves. No, it was a special sponge, and it was sitting on this part. This is the soft part, and this has more structure, and it was sealed on this. It's for your cleaning your pens, and it's not hard metal. Dus you can use it for non-stick pens. Yes, you get the cool effect, Gracie. And you can try everything. I use this kind of sponges. And later on, and I think you will know what sponge that is. If you want more structure in it, so in here there will be hanging also leaves, but you want the structure more thicker, you get these. This also pen sponge, only these are metal, and you get another structure because you have all those springs in it, so you get an other structure in there. Take care, Gracie. And the nice thing is with this, when you uh, held it very firm, so the lines are open, you have a smaller area that you can do it. So if you are doing it between trees, you can bend it in a very small ridge, or you can only use uh, the upper side of your sponge. And it's nice because you can put it in warm water and soap. You can let it dry and you can reuse it. Yes, Gracie is always in and out, Alicia. She is the same like a light from the traffic light, in and out. I take a little bit of my mid green, and this one is from Dale Rowley, and this is a very big bottle because I use a lot of green in my in all my work. So I said to Will, it is better to buy a bigger bottle. And I have also the bigger bottles from Amsterdam. And this is also a very good brand of paint. And these ones in here, there is 500 ml. And this is how much is in here? 750 mil. So that is a lot more. And I have also some brands of Lucas, and this is the ochre, brown ochre. That is what I used in the grays to get the background of the rocks. She does this, lol. Never hang around. She got ends in her pants. Yes, she got. I can stay, but I like to listen. I don't want to be a bother, so I'm listening. Maybe that's the reason. Why would you be bothered? No, no, you bother no one. Well, me self-critical. Need to stop doing that. Indeed, Grace, because you might learn something. I hope I can learn somebody something. Amsterdam paints. I sometimes use those paints. That is in Indianapolis. Yes, atelier. Yes, but I can buy that here. Yes, there is one shop, and but that is in the bigger city that I can buy that. But that shop, wow, he knows his prices because he is the only one that that have artist paints. So that is why he know his prices. Put up my stool a little bit. I'm now beside my webcam. Just maybe you see a little tip of my hair because I want to see what I'm doing. And I hope you can see it, that it is already lightening up. And those plants are growing there because it is a very wet environment because of the waterfall that is coming down. So the air is much wetter, and that is why all those greeneries are growing on those rocks. In the meantime, I give you a little bit of the essence of the nature, why it happened. And I think that is calm because I look a lot at uh, Love Nature. That is that is a channel in the Netherlands. I don't know if uh, that channel also exists in the UK or in America. I don't know. Yes, Gracie, I will be using a sponge tonight on my love, on your life. Okay. Josephine, do you use those sponges like on the rocks in the stream? Yes, for the uh, what I do first when I do those rocks. I'm sorry. For those rocks, what I do, I can show you what I'm gonna do. I turn you to the screen. You see those rocks in here. That is the big one at at the left side. Um, First, on that rock, uh, I do it with a very soft brush, uh, a little glaze over that gray rock. Then I'm gonna use that sponge to get more of the texture in it, and with a small brush, I do the little ferns and the little other water plants. That is what I do with a normal brush. So I blocked him in first in gray, in that dark gray, because when you use the dark gray as a undertone under your green, it will lighten up a bit more. Then I put a little glaze over it with the darker green, and then I use my sponge to get the effect on it, and with a small brush I put in the ferns. I can send someone brushes and sponges. What do you mean, JC? Do you sell sponges and brushes? The most of my uh, sponge, little sponge, I get by the dollar store, and this one in the hole, yes, because I can also cut in with this. This is much finer, and I think it was 10 euro cents. So we have a dollar store that is called the Action, and they have a lot of those silly things that you normally don't use very often, but I use it in my art. And the more you can hear in the front, uh, the brightness of the ferns between those trees are more lightened, and you see later on that is why I put this gray in here, because when I put the waterfall in it and you see the waterfall really clear, and in here it's more a uh, misty part, so that is why you see uh, those little leaves or plants on the rocks through it. Oh, a giveaway. Giveaways are always nice, JC. Sita, wat ben je aan het doen? She is teasing. She is teasing the cat because the cat wants to come up. Oh, now I have put him in the water, and now he is clean for the next session. This has to be very dry before I put in my water, but I can do the hanging plants in here, and those uh, are very fine leaves, and I used the same uh, colors from the dark green and the medium green from Daleroni. So I mixed it a little bit together, and it will become about here. In here it will be a little bit darker. I have to look what you say. Oh, my dogs are okay. But sometimes they are teasing the cat. But the cat will do it also. So it's not only the dogs that do that, but also the cat. And they are like to tease each other. Because the cat was coming out of the garden because my garden door is open. And then she will come up and going to eat at the attic because her food is standing at the attic. Otherwise, the dogs will eat her food, and they are not allowed to do that. They get their own food. But you know, animals are just like kids. They always want things that are not allowed. And then they want it really badly. I'm gonna put a little bit of that darkness uh, behind this. And you see that I always loved to use smaller brushes. I'm more a person that fiddle around with with small brushes. Easy cat I watched a cat program. My cat from hell. Yes, I saw that too. With the guy that helps the people uh, to straighten their cat. I know. I've seen that show with the guy. We had that on here in the Netherlands. We had that on TLC. That is a channel, and they send that out over there. I don't know the guy's name. I don't know. No, I don't know anymore what his name was. Oh yeah, Jackson. Yes, Jackson. Yes, that's him. I always have to laugh from the guy, but he is good and he teach those cats a lot. So because there are a lot of cats that peeing everywhere, and he always succeed in that they don't do that anymore. So my cat have never peed anywhere, and she isn't a cat that tears things apart. She don't do that, and I'm happy that she don't do that because there are cats that are ruining your couch or something like that. No, my cat is just like a dog. When I said to her that she is not allowed to sit on something, and I said, go off, you are not allowed to do that, then she goes. But she was 2 weeks old when I get her, and I give her uh, a little bottle to give her the milk. So I think that is why she is listening so well to me. And also when she is outside and we are going to bed, I said to her, Lucky, you have to come inside. And yeah, she comes inside. Take care, Shane. Have a nice day. No, um, I like every animal, and it don't for me it don't matter if it is a cat or a dog. No, I don't mind. I like every animal. They all have their special things. That is what I think. And also the animals in the nature, just the wild animals. Uh, we had also when we were younger, not now anymore. Uh, we had all different kinds of snakes because we were snake breeders, and I had a special box, heat box, to for the eggs of the snakes because a snake uh, isn't a bird that is sitting on the eggs to get the eggs out. So it was a breeding cabinet where we put in the eggs, and they were different levels of uh, warmth in that cabinet, and how warmer uh, the area, you get females, and how colder. So at the top was the warmth, and um, at the lower part there was the temperature lower. So the eggs that came out at that area that were more male, so you can really breed on the type of males and females you want. So when the people are wanted to more that there be more females, you get that eggs at a higher temperature. And if the people want more males, you put the eggs lower. That is between there and here. There's also the darkness, and I want to have that first in here because I want it to have it totally dry. Oh, thank you, Gracie. Good morning, Madonna. I was talking to all of the people what we are heading, of what we are uh, had to breed. So that were snakes, uh, all kinds of different uh, reptiles. And when we were breeding those snakes in the garden, we had also a shed with all macron bugs, and that was for the rat and rats and mouses, because when you breed snakes you have to feed them. And you see, that is when you do it with graphite and you put your arm over it, you are all black. So, and then you are also with, when the eggs came out from the snakes, the snakes are not bigger than a small pencil. They are not bigger than this. So they have to eat mice. But you can give him this big mice. So when the mice get young mice, and they are naked, and when they are born, they are this big. That is what the young snakes are eating. Otherwise, they are going to die. And we had about 300 snakes. and we had very big cabinets with glass panels in front of it, and we had a big part of 60 by 40 by 40 centimeters. That is where uh, the men and the male and the female are together. But when you are giving them their feet, their mice, or how big they are, their rat, yes, you always has to separate your male and your female snakes. Otherwise, they can eat each other. And that is where we're talking about yesterday. You are eating your breakfast. Instant shading. Yes, instant shading under under those greenery in the rock. So, and now we have uh, only a cat, two dogs, uh, the fish pound, and my tortoise, my stoffel. And we are now on that age that if there is something happening with the dogs, because you never know that, we won't get any dogs or other animals anymore, because we are also become a little bit older, and you never know if you have a dog at a higher age, they have to go out. So these are our last animals. Yes, those sponges are very great. This one is dry already, so I can use him again. Yes, I like detailing, JC. Everything water for you. Water in watercolor or the water where you can swimming in. I think it's the last thing. I have to draw that again. And I have um, I did have buy a few of those artist gloves with uh, with the two fingers that you don't get that. but they didn't arrive yet. So I'm gonna do it other way. Otherwise, I don't see my whole painting anymore. I want a little bit of a white in that green. So it will lighten up a little bit more. We have wild parakeets in here, and you can hear them. Choo, 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 choo. They were coming out of a. They escaped out of a zoo in the Netherlands, and I think there are about 6,000 now. And every year there become more. But I like them. They are very cute. And I like the noise of it. And in the winter they are always come to eat in my garden. They are coming to eat the peanuts. I think it's true, but I forget to photograph. My beautiful picture and painting. I have the photo on my Facebook. So, and this is a little bit of the apple green. Chrissy is putting out some posts. I can see that on my screen. need to refill. Oh, you are multitasking. Yeah, I'm looking at my reference because I can see it on my laptop because there is my live stream. But on the great screen where I have my reference photo, and while I'm painting, I see in my corner of my eye that you are putting some things up, and I see bloop, bloop. I think, all right, Chrissy is putting things up. It's for your stream tonight, Chris. And you know I'll be there. I think this painting will need a lot of streams because I wanted to do it as good as possible. Lighten up some areas. And you still see the sponge technique uh, beneath it. Because it isn't an uniform hole. So you see the little gaps in it. Six thumbs up and five watching. Oh, in my screen I see five watching and five thumbs at the top up of my screen. But that's the way how it is, Gracie. Sometimes there are more people than the other day, and it depends also uh, when you are painting. And I'm always painting in my morning hours. And when you are painting in the evening, There are always more people in the evening than in the morning hours, at my morning hours. But I have spoken with Will, and I know you are painting on Wednesday. Uh, Chrissy is painting today in the evening, and Ian is painting on Friday. So I said to Will, I can also, when we don't have to go out of bed so early anymore, I can paint maybe on Monday or Tuesday night, because I don't want to paint at the same time that my friends are painting. I don't want that. So maybe I can do it on Monday or Thursday. So then you get also other people watching, and I know the times that I stream this time, I always get the same people in here. Not at that I don't mind, but it's also yes, one was new in my stream, and that was Alicia. She was new in my stream, so that was nice to see a new face. And how long am I here? So, wow, 1 hour and 42 minutes for only this piece of painting. So 1 hour 42, 1 hour 42, 1 hour 42. I think it's gonna be in maybe 6 or 7 parts of the painting. And what I have to do, I have, here's my pencil. Oh, here is my graphite, because I make a mess of this part. So then you have to redo. Here comes water. Here's a little rock. Here's a part of a rock, because the water is streaming like this. And then, like here, tomorrow when I'm painting. And tomorrow it will be a little bit later when I'm paint, because I have my uh, cursus meeting tomorrow morning. So, and that is from uh, 10 o'clock until 12:30. And then I have to put my laptop upstairs, and I have to put everything in order and put out my paint. So now it's back. So tomorrow it will be, I think, 15 minutes past 12 or half past 12. Yes, I think so. But not as early as today. And now this can dry because it is sticky still. And then I can do with my fan brush, I can put in the water stream so you see a little part of what it's gonna be. So I hope you enjoyed it so far. And maybe I'll see you tomorrow and I can put you a little bit closer so you can no this way a little bit up like that so you can see the little leaves. And I made this dark because the white is coming more in front of it. Then you see it's much better then. And I think maybe I can focus him. Yes. Now he is more focused. Yes. I was thinking you could paint on a smaller surface, Rosalina. Save paints and time for live streaming. Just a suggestion. Yes, but I have all these canvases, this size of canvases, Chrissy. I have only a few um, canvas boards. The little ones. That the one that I used uh, for your fan brush painting. But the people over here, they all want more paintings at this size from 40 by 50 centimeters. Oh, you use them for commission work. Yes, but I don't mind to paint on a stream, a large painting. And I never get any, uh, rarely any commissions. Yes, the Applegate River, that was a commission from Paul. And Madonna bought the eagle, and that eagle is also on a canvas of 40 by 5 by 50 centimeters. So the people want more larger paintings than the smaller on the boards. I only have a few. It was a package of three. So, and I'm a person. I want the whole thing, And I paint um, very secure, or how do in details, and I can do that on a smaller canvas. So maybe that's a habit of mine. I don't know. Oh no, I don't mind, Chrissy, and I hope the people don't mind. Uh, Ian, Ianapolis is also live. I see painting live. He said, and yesterday he was also live painting. So I hope you enjoyed it so far, and maybe I see you all tomorrow. And thanks for being here. And everybody, take care. Be safe. Be safe so we can meet again. We will meet again. There's a song of it. We meet again. Oh, bye, Bruce. You were lurking. I think Bruce was lurking. Yes, I thought so. See you all tomorrow. Bye bye.